I'm standing in what's called a narthex, commonly called a vestibule. This is the narthex of Holy Family Church. This church in Parma, which just celebrated its 150th anniversary as a parish, has completed a substantial renovation project. A project of this size has many behind-the-scenes stories. I'll try to share a few of those stories with you today as we tour our results. Literally, hundreds of people came together, maybe like never before, to make this project happen. Maybe the biggest story was the coming together of so many people during those few years. Strangers became acquaintances, acquaintances became friends, and friends became even much better friends. We began with a thorough study of the building. We needed to make sure it was structurally sound, and we also started to correct all the basic structural flaws like the roof and leaking windows, those sorts of things. As we looked at all the windows and the large need to repair and seal them, we were drawn to the beautiful yet somewhat unspectacular front stained glass window. Our thought, other than resealing the window and replacing the many broken pieces, was how to make it vibrant. A lighting engineer told us how inadequately it was lit, making it dull and barely visible from the outside of the church. We were asked what could be done, and the design they came back with was truly amazing. The lighting was completely re-engineered, and it also includes this reflective screening that really makes the window amazing. So much was changed, yet a few things were retained as original, the original architectural structure being one. This building was state-of-the-art when built. Its design was unique at the time, and still is. The beautiful curvature of the walls is something that needed to be preserved. Early in the project in 2019, we met with the original architect, Richard Fleischmann. He was then 93 years old, and he spoke lovingly of the design of his building and of the importance of preserving certain things. These unique curved walls were high on his list. Another thing we kept was this beautiful marble altar, and it remains at its originally designed location. Retaining this particular crucifix was at the overwhelming request of a large majority of our parishioners. Like our beautiful crucifix, this organ is a treasure. It has been meticulously maintained over the years, and there was no need to enhance or change it in any way. One of the most noticeable changes is the new back wall of the sanctuary. The back wall was completely redone. This was one of the most requested changes asked for by the parishioners. Another significant change was the repainting of the interior of the church. From the many different colors, we chose just two very basic colors, an off-white and a blue. The lighting was also significantly changed. Sorry if you're a fan of the flying saucer light fixtures, but we did revert back to the originally designed canister lighting. Not only does it light the space, it casts the beautiful shadows you see. We've also made a lot of subtle yet significant changes. One is the extension, the actual extension of the altar. In the process of the extension of the altar floor, we had to move the original loaves and fishes, which sat much further up, basically where the edge of the extended altar is now. So we painstakingly had to remove this entire plate of the loaves and fishes without cracking it, and we were very successful in doing just that. Another very noticeable change are our brand new pews. The color is slightly darker, and they're curved. We also included kneelers because of the majority of the parishioners wanted kneelers, and all of the kneelers are hydraulic. We extended the narthex wall. We kicked it back about 10 or 12 feet from its original location, which increases the size of the narthex and cuts a nice, even, straight line across the back of the church. These original light brown posts kind of signify where the wall originally was prior to moving it forward. This is our newly renovated bride's room, which was brought up from the basement of the church. Bridal preparation room still has a family bathroom accessible to all. Opposite the bride's room, on the other side of the church, is our cry room. The cry room was expanded because the walls were brought forward. Another beautiful addition are our new Stations of the Cross. The figures on the station are brass on a solid wood backing, and they're each individually backlit. One final and heavily requested change was a total revamping of our sound system. Sound engineers were engaged, and the system was completely redesigned, and state-of-the-art speakers were brought in and strategically placed throughout the church. We hope you enjoyed this brief tour of our newly enhanced church. We sincerely thank you for whatever role you might have played in its magnificent restoration. Come see it for yourself every Sunday or whenever you get the chance. God be with you.